Hello and welcome to the XQCPA channel, where we share with you the latest and greatest tax tips and business news. The 2024 U.S. presidential election is coming up soon on Tuesday, November 5th. Voters will choose between Kamala Harris with the Democratic Party and Donald Trump with the Republican Party to be our next president. While many Americans already have their minds made up, are you fully informed on their business and tax policies? Let's explore what each candidate has planned if they win the election. Disclaimer: XQCPA is not encouraging viewers to vote for either candidate. This video was made for educational purposes only. Let's first take a look at former President Donald Trump's proposed policies. His most well-known proposal is an elimination of taxes on tips. Currently, tips are taxed as income, whether or not they are cash. Service workers make a large chunk of their money from tips provided by customers, as according to the U.S. Department of Labor, the current federal minimum wage for tipped employees is only $2.13, meaning that no longer having to pay taxes on earnings from tips could be a huge tax break. A tax code change of this scale could be difficult to pass, but with measures from the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act being quite popular, it's not totally impossible. Speaking of the TCJA, Trump wants to expand on the lower corporate income tax rate he established. The TCJA permanently put forward a new flat tax rate for C corporations, 21%. He now wants to lower it even further to potentially 15%. Trump also proposes a hike in tariffs, taxes on imported goods. Under this policy, tariffs would be universally raised 10 to 20%. On China specifically, a minimum 60% tax would be imposed. Meanwhile, Vice President Harris has taken a different approach to her policies. Rather than lower tax rates for corporations, she has proposed raising the corporate tax rate to 28%. For other high-net-worth individuals worth $100 million or more, she proposes a minimum 25% effective tax rate. Effective tax rate reflects the average rate paid across all income. To achieve this, taxes could be imposed on the taxpayers on realized gains, or money they don't tangibly have yet. However, Harris does have some policies that could lower taxes for others. For small businesses, she has proposed a revamped startup cost deduction that would allow for $50,000 to be deducted over a flexible timeline, rather than just $5,000 the year the business begins operations. But one of her most well-known promises is the proposed $25,000 down payment support in addition to a $10,000 tax credit for first-time homebuyers. She also proposes raising the child tax credit for newborns to $6,000. Both Donald Trump and Kamala Harris's proposals would cost the American government a pretty penny. The deficit is already a huge concern, with the TCJA bloating in recent years. Adding another several $1 trillion could prove disastrous. Trump reasons that his tariffs on foreign imports could offset the cost of his tax-saving provisions, while Harris justifies her several tax credits with the raised corporate and high-income tax rates. But the viability of either of their policies moving forward can also depend on the outcome of the House and Senate elections as well. Either way, we won't know for sure until one of them wins. Thank you for watching today's video on the presidential candidates' different tax policies. What do you think? Let us know in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. As always, we will appreciate it if you like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more tax and business content coming soon. We will see you in the next video. Goodbye.